Hello and welcome back to Minecraft Horizons modpack. Woohoo! And today I'm going to be doing a few different things. It has been a few, let's see, a week or so since I've actually recorded one of these episodes. But since then, I have been recording building my actual base. Haha. And before I get started with all the stuff I want to do today, I wanted to show you the progress on my base. And look at this. I, if you've been watching my Let's Build series, which is running parallel to this series, then you have seen me putting this thing together. From building the lower portions to the stairwell to these towers themselves. Now, I don't know, I'm not exactly sure when the episodes themselves are coming out in comparison to this series, but they should have been out and they should have been available. But yeah, I managed to get these 4 towers built. I don't have a roof on them and they do not have any floors inside of them, but I wanted to show you my progress here while I am here. I came up with this design in one of my Let's Build episodes, and I just copied it over. Well, I didn't. Oh crap! Okay, well this is a good way to show you the bottom. And yeah, this is basically what I've done since last episode. So yeah. Uh, anyway, enough of that. Enough of that. So yeah, what I wanted to do today was a few things. One, as you can see in the bottom left corner of my screen right here, my armor is dying. It is on its last points, so I really do need to get some better armor. And building my massive thing up there, I have been using my staff of traveling a fair bit, and I do need to recharge that. As well as I also want to get back into thaumcraft, and that's something I also want to do. So today I'm going to start looking at some better armor. Now I could go for any of the metallurgy armors. I mean, I've got plenty of ore in here that I could use. But one of the main drawbacks of the metallurgy armor is that it is not textured in this resource pack, and quite honestly, I hate the way it looks. But yeah, I could go for some like mithril armor or adamantine or something like that. Some of the very good metallurgy armors. But what I think I'm going to go for is some bedrock armor, which is this stuff from Rotarycraft, and it is literally made out of bedrock, with already having enchants on them: feather falling, fire protection, blast protection, projectile protection 4, as well as you can make armor, tools and stuff out of the bedrock. So yeah, in order to make this armor, I believe it's better than diamonds. You need bedrock ingots, which needs steel. It's out of an induction smelter with 4 bedrock dust, and the way you get bedrock dust is you have to use a bedrock breaker. Now this item is something you actually have to stick down right at bedrock level and power it with a fairly good power source. Minimum power 500 kilowatts, 8.1 newton meters of torque, which is a fair amount. Now I'm going to be doing that today, as well as but first let me start off by doing what I said I was going to do, which is get into staff of traveling. There's a couple different things I want to do today: staff of traveling, start armor, and get some thaumcraft stuff started, since I have been neglecting it even though I got my stuff back, my research back. And yeah, I am lagging right now. Be right back when it stops lagging. Okay, that was odd. I had a massive lag spike right there. So, yeah, I had to cut some stuff out right there. But, yeah, what we're going to be doing today, I'm going to try and get get the machines I need to get some bedrock armor. I'm going to recharge my staff of traveling. So, like I was saying, what we actually need in order to recharge the staff of traveling is, I'm not really sure if I'm positive there's probably a way to do it with Ender IO, but what I'm going to be doing is building one of these, or using one of these, energetic infuser, which is from thermal expansion. It is a machine that you can plug into your power system and put anything that needs to be recharged, such as the staff of traveling or any other tools that uses RF. So it's just some redstone transmission coils, silver ingots, and redstone, as well as a leadstone energy cell, and copper gears, and a redstone reception coil, and all that stuff. Now, I think I already have one. Did I already put one together? Yeah, here it is. Energetic infuser. Now, I already built one of these, and I'm going to plunk it down in my power system, and I'm going to grab this, which is a leadstone flux capacitor, which is a thermal expansion thing. Now let me make sure the outputs are not going. I don't want it outputting anywhere. Now the leadstone flux capacitor is a handheld item. You can charge to either send and receive redstone flux. Now, the reason I have this is I wanted to show it to you, because see this little box right here? It's basic. This leadstone flux capacitor is basically a battery. You can stick it in here, and it will slowly charge up 1,000 RF at a time, and you can use it as a battery. Like, say you have an induction smelter or a redstone furnace over here and it's not connected, you can stick it inside that redstone furnace, inside this little box right here underneath the energy bar, and it will power the redstone furnace. So it's basically like a small battery or a small energy cell that you can carry around. But more importantly, you can hold it in your hand and actually charge things in your inventory, I believe. So let's give this a try. I believe if I shift and right click, it will charge, right? Or is it not charging? There's supposed to be a way to hold this down and have it automatically charge your items. Oop. I guess not. Oh, yeah, there we go. There we go. It is slowly charging up my staff of traveling, which is very nice. Now, this is just a leadstone flux capacitor, which is the most basic one. There's a few different ones. So the leadstone, hardened flux capacitor, redstone flux capacitor, and like that. Just like the pipes and the energy cells, you can actually upgrade this to better versions that hold more power and stuff like that. Now, I can have this in my inventory like this, and it will slowly recharge my staff of traveling. Or I can just take my staff of traveling and just stick it in here, and it will recharge a hell of a lot faster. There we go. Now I'm just gonna take this leadstone flux capacitor, stick it in there, and let it recharge. But here we go. My staff of traveling is fully recharged. 2.5 million RF charged. Looks like it drained. Did it drain? Huh. Doesn't look like it actually drained anything. But yeah, just one staff of traveling Recharged! Fully recharged. Here we go. Boom, 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 boom. Haha. Now there are items with this that you can actually use with the Staff of Traveling to extend its range. I'm not really going to get into it right now, but I might look at it in a future episode. But for now, what I want to do, since I have my Staff of Traveling recharged, is look at what I'm going to need to make that armor I was showing you earlier. And to that end, I set up my grinder right here, grinding canola seeds, and being powered by my engine here to make a tank filled with lubricant, 30 buckets worth, which I am going to be picking up and taking later once I get the other items I need, because the machines I'm going to be using are from Rotary-Craft. Come on, there we go. And what I'm going to need is a bedrock breaker, which is just some obsidian, some diamonds, HLS steel, and base panels. And what I'm going to be powering it with is hydrokinetic engines. And what hydrokinetic engines are is water-powered engines. It takes a lot of steel, though. It takes a shaft core with shaft units, and each of these paddles, which takes 8 paddles, takes 9 base panels. So each of these takes 9 steel ingots to make. So, and I am going to have to make 2 of these hydrokinetic engines. Now the way the hydrokinetic engine, now I think I have everything I needed in here already. Yeah, there we go. Enough for 2 of these, as well as the bedrock breaker. So, bop, and right there. Got 1 and 2. Put that right there. The plates and the 2 diamonds and the steel makes the bedrock breaker. Now, I don't want that. That one is there. Now, the way the hydrokinetic engines work, now you grab this, is they work based on waterfall. So you basically have a block of water falling from a height above it, and depending on how far that water is falling, will decide how much energy it's actually producing. So if I put a bucket of water, because I dug out 2 holes right here, all the way down to bedrock. So if I put a bucket of water right here, and another bucket of water right here, it should flow all the way down to bedrock and be exactly the way I need it. Because the farther away the water is falling, the more energy it produces. The more energy it produces, the better. Oh, I forgot something. Wait, 1 second. Okay, well, I forgot I needed to grab a beveled gear, which I already had made, as well as some fluid ducts, in case I wanted to put that on it, directly on it, because the hydrokinetic engines do need lubricant in order to function. And they need a constant supply. They can hold 24 buckets worth of lubricant inside their internal storage tanks, but I don't have 24. I have 30 so far in here. I'm going to have to put the grinder going again. But let's put these down and I will show you exactly what it is I need to do. So here we have the water flowing down, I think, what is that? 59 or so blocks. And actually I think I might need to do this like this. Now the thing about these hydrokinetic engines is they can let me block up this water right here. That way I can get it done and not have the water flowing onto it. Because the way this works is you need to have water flowing onto the paddles. Let me break this. I want to have the water blocked. You need to have the water. Is that not working. There we go. Need to have the water flowing down onto the paddles, just like this. And let me break this. And you need to have lubricant flowing into it. So I'm going to put this tank of lubricant right here and have this flowing into it. Now, just like with all the machines, you can use a angular transducer to see the inputs and outputs. And unlike other engines like that, these can be linked. So I have this engine going into this one, and this one will be going into the beveled gears, which will be going into the bedrock breaker. So the power from this one will flow into this one, and then into the beveled gears and into the bedrock breaker. So these can double up, and just as like with the energy, the actual lubricant flows from one to the other as well. So that tank has been gone all the way through. So yeah. Now just gonna block this up just like this, and I'm gonna put this bedrock breaker down right here. Turn it around with a screwdriver until these obsidian-looking teeth are at the bottom and the green inputs at the top. I'm gonna put the beveled gears on top, just like this. And I think, what color is it? Okay, that should be going down. Just need to change it up, so blue, no. No. Blue, no. Input is black, no. Orange. There we go. Wait. So that's black. And that needs to be blue? Or is it pink? No. Orange. I don't know. There we go. I think that's right. Okay. Well, after trying to figure out what side was what, I think I have it. So, I think this is right. So now all I have to do is go back up here and break these two blocks. Bop and bop. And this should be working. Now the way this works, operation time 22.55, which means every 22.55 seconds, this machine will cut one layer of bedrock. That's right, this machine can actually break bedrock, if you didn't figure that out by the name of the machine itself, the bedrock breaker. But yeah, every 22 seconds this will break through a layer of bedrock. I don't mean one block of bedrock, I mean it will actually cut a thin layer of bedrock. There it goes. If we could actually see underneath it, you'd be able to see it. But it's kind of hard to see, but it has cut a thin layer of bedrock. And it will take... Ooh, ow. It will cut a thin layer of bedrock. Something to note, do not stand inside of the engines as they will slap you. But yeah, it will take quite some time for it to cut through an entire block. But once it does, you can just right click on the bedrock breaker and it will give you bedrock dust. Now I believe it gives you 3 to 4 bedrock dust per block of bedrock it cuts through. And leaving it here just like this, it will cut through up to 4 blocks worth of bedrock. It will not cut through the very bottom layer of bedrock. It's I think that's intentional by the mod maker to keep you from being able to break through into the void, and keeping you from breaking through into the void to keep you from dying. But yeah, it will not break through that very last layer of bedrock down there, but it will cut through 4 layers until you need, and once it cuts through that 4th layer, you just need to move this entire setup over by 1 block and keep going. Now, as I showed before with the bedrock armor and the bedrock stuff, you need to have 4 bedrock dust and 1 steel in order to make a bedrock ingot. And in order to make picks, you need 3 ingots, and make the armor, you need one, just like the regular armor. So I'm going to need a lot of bedrock dust, a lot of bedrock breaking. So it is going to take a long, long time, as well as a lot of lubricant, to get everything I need to make the armor, to make the tools, and all of that. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this to run, head back up, and put my grinder going, because I'm going to need a lot more lubricant in order to keep this going. But yeah, that is the bedrock breaker. That is the hydrokinetic engines, and I think I covered everything with them. You can pump lubricant into them. They need lubricant in order to run, or otherwise they will not run and break. And they can have up to 64 blocks of distance from the main water block, fall down onto them to get the maximum power out of them. So that's that. And yeah, not really sure how long I've been recording, so I think I'm going to take a break and come back in the next episode with some thaumcraft. So I will see you then in the next episode. So be right back.